Welcome to Vlogmas day 13. Can you imagine? We are now in day 13. So, of late, we have been experiencing some power outage. Stima zinapotea tu. You wake up in the morning and there are no lights. So, on such days, you have to be very creative on how you use your time so that you don't get bored. On this particular day, I did some random activities. Some activities were planned, but some were also random, and it helped make my day very interesting. At this particular point, I was writing down an idea that just hit me, and if I had not written it down, I'd forget it. So this was the first random thing of the day. I wrote an idea down because I normally don't do so. I just naachanga tu inapotea, but on this day I wrote this idea down. So let's get right into the video, but first we are now moving to the Bible study, and then from there we'll see how the day unfolded. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, hit the like notification so that this video is recommended to other people who love to watch Christian content. Also, don't forget to subscribe and join the family. Luke chapter 13, and my first lesson is in verse 18. Verse 18. Jesus said, "What is the kingdom of God like? How can I illustrate it? It's like a tiny mustard seed." Sorry, verse 20. He also asked, "What else is the kingdom of God like? It is like yeast used by a woman making bread. Even though she used a large amount of flour, the yeast permeated every part of the dough." So the yeast is little, but it permeates throughout the entire flour that is used. So, yeah. So this shows how we don't need large numbers for the kingdom of God to be effective. It reminded me of this saying that one person or one man is enough to change an entire city. When you look at it, so you are tempted to think it is impossible, but actually it is possible that one born again man, one born again person is enough to influence or to change an entire city or village or town or area. And when you think about it, most of the time we normally think in a grand scale, like perhaps this person has to be known by everyone in that city for that person to influence the entire city. But today, as I was reading this came to my mind. This one person can lead to like the snowball effect. This one person does not need to be known. You don't have to be known in an entire city or an entire area to influence that particular area. Well, if you're known, it might make the work easier. However, you don't have to be known. You don't have to be famous. Not everybody, not even most people need to know you for you to have influence in that city. Think about it this way. If this one person who is born again in this city touches the life of 5 people, not even 5 people, and these 5 people get born again, and more than being born again, a seed is implanted in their heart. Perhaps this person is kind to them, compassionate to them, or even invest in them in one way or the other. If these 5 people go ahead and influence one person each, by the end of the 5th person, we will have 10 people. And these 10 people will come as a result of the one person. So when I was reading this verse, at first when I heard this statement and when I thought of this verse, I was like, how can one person influence an entire city? How can one person be like yeast that permeates the entire flour? So, but today this picture came to mind. That one person doesn't have to reach to everyone in that city. This one person doesn't have to influence or invest in everyone in that city. But this one person can invest in 3 people. These 3 people can go ahead and invest in one person each. And at the end of it all, the snowball effect will now spread to the entire city. And that spreading of the entire city, for me, I feel it comes into mind this yeast, that tiny yeast permeating the entire flour. So this is what came to my mind. You don't have to be known by everyone. You don't have to touch the life of everyone. You don't even have to need to have numbers. If you can touch the life of one person, do it effectively by the grace of God and efficiently, such that if that one person goes and touch another one person, they will also again translate the same. touch the life of another person so effectively and so efficiently. If this one person, if it continues, the snowball effect will now permeate the entire city. But it is possible for one person to change an entire city. Maybe not immediately, not in 5 years, but it is possible for one person to change and to influence the entire city, especially if you use the snowball effect. Now, this is what came to me. I could be wrong, but this is what came to me. I would like to hear from you. What is your most outstanding lesson in Luke chapter 13, and what do you think about verse 18 and verse 20? Now, I want to read a verse that is normally very scary for me, and I always pray, may God help us not to find ourselves in this category. Both to you and to me, may we not find ourselves in this category. This verse is very humbling, and it's one of those things you need to keep thinking about, so that you don't think you're this great person only for you to be told, get away from me, I do not know you. I will start from verse 24. He replied, the door to heaven is narrow, not hard to get in, because many will try to enter, but when the head of the house has locked the door, it will be too late. Then you will stand outside knocking and pleading, Lord, open the door for us. But he will reply, I don't know you. You will say, but we ate and drank with you, and you taught in our streets. And he will reply, I tell you, I don't know you. Go away, all you who do evil. And there will be great weeping and gnashing of teeth, for you will see Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and all the prophets within the kingdom of God, but you will be thrown out. May God help us. We are now on a time lapse. So at this particular juncture, I was sorting out videos for some content that I can't quite talk about in this platform, or at least not yet. Yes, but this was not random. This was planned, especially since there are no lights. I was like, this is the best time to sort out these video ideas and place this here, place this there, and so on and so forth. So that's what I did. After finishing sorting out the videos, I sat there and asked myself, Sasa, what do I do for the rest of the day? And then I answered myself, coloring. Coloring, you ask? Yes, coloring, I insist. Coloring. Now, when I was a child, I don't know if I liked to color, but I remember when I was in preteen, I used to look at coloring and think ugh, so childish, because they used to make us color. But now, fast forward to when I'm a full-grown adult, I have come to love coloring. And do you know how happy I was when I went online and found out that they're actually coloring templates and booklets for adults? Oh my God, it made my day. So here I continued to color, and I do have very complex coloring templates for adults. I have them in soft copy. I'm made to download them. But at this particular junction, the one I'm using, I think even a child can color this because it's not so complex. Yeah. So don't ever let anyone tell you are childish because you like to color. Oh no. Coloring is for both. We have coloring templates for children and for adults. And yes, I continued to color, and of course I was enjoying myself. This was actually my favorite part of the day. And here we have the final product, and according to me, I think it looks cute. So after finishing it all, this is how it looked. I hope this will encourage you to go download coloring templates so that you also try coloring out. See you tomorrow.